It's 12 o'clock and I'm just waking up, so it seems like I'm going to be a little late for busking. I might want to plan more for being there around 2ish. I got woken up by the the previous property owner, the old guy. He woke me up around 10 o'clock and gave me a bit of a surprise. The smokers upstairs are moving out at the end of June, so a little more than a month. Therefore, I should agree to take down the fans, which I will once they're out. And it appears I've won the first battle. The court, well, it might be in today. I don't know. Check in a few hours. Um, but it sure seems like the first battle is won. Second battle can be what? 2 or 3 years. The old guy upstairs, well, he hasn't bugged me so much, and I can deal with him with the air, right? But I was crystal clear that my intent was not to push them in. All I wanted to do was run a fan to mitigate the problem. But it's certainly easier for everyone if they're gone. Let's see what the court says. But that resolves the problem, basically. Way later than I wanted, but I'm just on my way out. I've got the acoustic guitar that is normally there in my case. I bought this case in like 2003? 4? I took this case with me across the country. I got I leave my strings in here. Or at least I leave my classical and acoustic strings in there anyways. If you're a guitarist, you know what that is. And if you don't, then shame. Shame. I don't shame you. I would never shame you. But they're inside there. I've got a couple of picks. No pants. I'm sorry, I'm wearing pants but no shirt. I think that a couple of the blue Tortexes, these are the right kinds of picks for today. They're kind of a medium size. Well, I bet most people would think that they're fairly thick, but for me these are pretty much the thinnest picks that I'll bother playing. I normally get them much thicker than that, but they're Tortex, which means that in fact they're stronger than they look. Should I or even would I keep? No, they're in the back there. Oh, I got two. How many did I say 5? Here and here. Yeah, I know this place is a mess. Okay, so yeah, so there's a stubby. These are good little jazz picks for quick finger picking. In fact, I'm gonna keep one of those. Yeah, a couple of these, and as you can see, the blue ones are my standard pick. So let's. These other ones are for really thick really thick electric playing. I think that's yeah. In fact, I have some unopened packs in there somewhere too. Yeah, I know. School course in here. I'm gonna fuck my feet up if I keep doing that. Okay, so got a bunch of picks. I'm currently waiting for some Auditor MP3s to copy from the external hard drive to the MP3 player. And when that's done, I can go. I'll obviously have to put a shirt on before I go. And, but I think we'll get a little bit of FaceTime too. So, anyways, I'm ready to go. It's later, way later than I wanted, but I don't know. I guess I can play it around until, I don't know, 9 or 10. Excuse me, 9 or 10, something like that. We'll see. Well, I told you I can't keep a job because I can't show up on time. Did I not tell you that over and over again? Here we go. It's true, isn't it? So what do I actually look like now? Yeah, woo. The blonde didn't. I guess I got to do this again. It didn't really come in the way I wanted to, but I do look a little different for sure, no question. And I'm gonna, like I say, grab my stuff and I'll be out in a few minutes. All right, there's the guitar back there, and I'm ready to go. I don't know where I'm going. To be honest with you, I gotta put my shoes on here. I don't know where I'm going. I know I'm just actually getting my keys too. I have a little bit of change in my back pocket. Keys. I don't need my card or anything up today. Maybe. I don't need wide open. I don't know. Make sure I keep the key off. It's off. Yeah. It's an okay day. It's a little chilly out. T-shirt weather, but not hot. Actually, I forgot to put the alarm on too. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. I don't think these shoes have much. I don't know. I don't think there's another month left in them. It's a beautiful day though. I'll say that much. So yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm going. I'm just gonna go like sit downtown somewhere and I put my guitar out and just start playing. And we'll see how it goes from there. Really? That's what it is. Tuesday? Yeah. I guess everything's off a day because of the, yeah. Okay, so I'll need to do recycle, not tomorrow morning, but the next morning, because it got pushed back a day because of the trade day. Oh, it's nice. I wish I was that earlier. Huh. Anyways, I'm out now, so, I think that the, way this is going to work more or less is that I'm going to play until my MP3 runs out of charge. It takes about 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that. And we'll see what I feel like then. It's not like I've never done this before. It's just I've never done it in Windsor. But I don't think I've ever done it in Ontario. But so I mean I don't know. But do I see people around? I don't see a lot of people around. There's somebody outside one of the stores that just kind of like plays songs, and there's a guy outside the liquor store who seems to actually make a decent living off of it. But otherwise, I don't really see a lot of. At least I don't see a lot of musicians, anyways. I see people on the street asking for change, but not the same thing. I very well may end up migrating. Like this is I literally have no idea. I suspect I may even be better off going that way. But for right now, I'm just gonna go right downtown, and we can see how that works from there. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. So. I think my expectations are going to run anything from 0. No, I'm not joking. From 0 to maybe around 50. If I can get to 50 tonight, then that's a really good start. I think maybe I'll be out a little bit earlier tomorrow, if it works out that way. If I hang out here until midnight and I get like $5 or something, then obviously I'm not going to waste my time. But at least for the day, it's a nice day. I can think of worse things to do on a nice day than sit outside and play guitar. So why not? We'll see how it goes. Something else I might want to think about for tomorrow, depending on how well I do today, is if I might want to go across tomorrow. I mean, it'll cost me $5 to get over there anyways, right? So, and because I'll have to assume that I can make the 5 to come back, but what I'm thinking is this. I'm going to be converting it, right? And so if I stay on that side, and it's just, I mean, a quarter's a quarter, right? But a quarter's not a quarter. If somebody throws me $1 on this side, if somebody throws me a loonie on this side, it's only worth 75 cents. You know, to get to my goal. If somebody throws me $1 on the other side, then that's worth 35 more cents. And it makes, you know, because I'm trying to raise a substantial sum, it kind of makes more sense. The reality is that right now I don't have 5, so the other thing is that, like, there's way more people walking through downtown Detroit, right? Way more people. So I wonder if that wouldn't make more sense. But we'll see how this goes for tonight first. I might even suggest that the better I do here, the more likely it makes sense to cross, because like if I don't do well here, it doesn't make sense to think I do well there over there, right? Kind of makes sense to kind of go both ways, right? So if I get to my $50 tonight, then I'll go early tomorrow morning. Maybe I can double that, and because it's worth more, it's more valuable on that side, right? So, but I mean, if I only get like $10 a day, then maybe it's not worth my time at all. I don't know. It's hard for, like I say, I haven't spent any time busking in Windsor, and I haven't really seen anybody besides the guy out in the front of the liquor store. So what I'm doing is weird, as always, right? Like I'm not gonna be playing songs for people to sing along to. I'm just gonna pop on a pair of headphones and jam to some techno beats, which is like, and like people aren't even gonna be able to hear the techno beats. This is why I don't really perform very often. But there we go. This is what we're doing. It'll be plenty strange, and we'll see what kind of reaction I get. But yeah, I mean, that's it may actually make more sense to cross. I don't know. Figure that out. I have no idea what is or isn't a good spot, but it looks like I'm gonna move down a little bit. There's hardly anybody out here. So for now, about an hour or so, nothing. But that's not why I'm moving. It's the smell of gas. That corner is kind of overwhelming. So let's see if I can find somewhere with a little less gas. So I've now been out here for close to 2 hours, and I have one shiny dollar. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna wait till the charge finishes, but I am gonna get a coffee. My throat's a little parched. So I'm at over 3 hours in, and I've so far made $2.10. And I spent $1 on a coffee, and I'm gonna spend 50 cents on a cigarette if they take it. So 60 cents. I actually stopped because my fingers are raw. I don't know how much more space I've got on my headphones here. I told myself I'd stick with this until my charge went out, just to see how useful it was. But yeah, my fingers are. I mean, I am playing a 13 gauge acoustic strings. 13 gauge acoustic. It's pretty thick. And my fingers are rusty, to say the least. So I've got huge blisters on my fingers. That's okay. That's normal. Like, it's not. I expect that. I haven't played in a while. Like, this is not the first time I've been through this. It's not the last time I'll be through it either. But it's on top of the fact that I haven't played in a while. I play thick strings, so like it's just the reality of it. And somebody stole my spot. That's okay. I'll find a new spot. Right now, like I said, I don't know how much charge I got left. It's not much, but I'm gonna find a bathroom and stop for a second and have a cigarette, and see if I can get back to it a little bit somewhere else, slightly different. In fact, the phone just went out on me there, or the charge just left. The MP3 player is gone. So it's about 4 hours, or take. Actually, no, it's only 3 hours. I am used to it being a little longer than that, I gotta say. I don't know if my charge is a little weaker, or maybe if I lost a little bit as I was copying, but like, I remember being able to walk, like, do the compost run and back, and it definitely took more than 3 hours. Whatever, it's gone. So I guess I'm going home. And how much did I make? I made $2.10. And I spent $1.50 of it. So that tactic, well, I mean, you don't know if it's going to work or not until you try it. And it didn't work. So like I said when I went out here, I could think of worse things to do on a nice night instead of sitting and play guitar, right? So, and the truth is, I enjoyed that. That was insane that I haven't been spending enough time with my guitar for a while, right? But do I want to bother doing this tomorrow? Or do I want to even consider dipping into the CDs? Or do I just want to give up? I don't know. I think that checking the weather tomorrow, I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow night. But, you know, the weather forecasts around here recently have been pretty crappy, even on the day of. So I'll check that again. See how they've updated it. I don't know. I'll decide tomorrow. I think that like I didn't really have a lot of opportunities. There wasn't really a lot of people walking by. I think I was just a little too late. Maybe if I was out more around lunchtime, I'd probably have, or even in the morning, I'd probably have a better shot. So, if I'm gonna go back out tomorrow, I'm gonna go early, right? Like, I'm gonna be there at like 8 o'clock, even earlier. If I'm there at like 7:30, well, I got 3-4 hours on the charge, right? And it takes like an hour to charge. So if I come out here, if I leave around 7 and get here for 7:30, could maybe get, yeah. No, it'd make more sense to maybe try a 10 to 2. No, I'll come out early. I'll give it one more chance tomorrow morning and see what my opportunities are. Maybe do a little bit more research about where the government offices and stuff are. I mean, I parked myself right like in the middle of downtown, in front of a bank, and it's just. You know what? The bank was closed when I got there, so if I'm gonna park myself in front of a bank, you'd think, you park yourself in front of a bank when the bank's open. That makes more sense, right? Why don't I figure out when the bank's open? These are the kinds of things that like seasoned buskers know, and people just trying to make some quick cash for the weekend don't. So I gotta figure out a trial and error. I mean, I don't want to sell everything I own to go drinking. So, but I think maybe we could take another run through the CDs. I said anywhere between 0 and 50, and I got 2, so I'm in the range. It might as well have been nothing, right? So keeping that in mind, I'll try one more time in the morning. Is that? Thought it was a 5. Hey, keep an eye out for money and you'll find it. Don't trick yourself. Don't think you won't. You will. I have to look for a long time, but you will. I found 20s on the ground before. But like I say, I didn't. Maybe I hoped that would work, but I kind of knew it wouldn't, right? So, I'm not going to pretend I'm disappointed. And again, I'm not going to pretend I'm not either, right? It would have been nice if that were working, but I think the right option is to try again. That's the thing, right? Even if it doesn't work, you don't really lose anything by sitting outside, right? Weather dependent. That's the key point. I've been thinking for a little while about just dropping some I don't know, are they going to take like garden CDs? You know? Like, there was a time a few years ago where I wanted to keep a lot of that stuff, but like, I'm never listen to that. I'm never going to listen to it again. Especially the stuff that's like major label too, right? It's just, there's a lot of stuff I could pare down, but I mean, I gotta think of it more strategically as well, right? Because if I sell off a bunch of CDs and it's not enough, then I'm just throwing them away, right? So lots of things to crunch and think about. But I think I gotta try it tomorrow, right? So gotta be the plan. I picked up a bit of a stomach cramp somewhere. Might be from the coffee. Get home and deal with that.
You have to be really careful crossing here. They don't hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. Here's the thing: if I have to give up on this, this is really the first time I've had to give up on something like that since I got here. So, I mean, it's not like I have to go to the party on the weekend, right? But I haven't had to compromise on these points before. I mean, I guess it was last May. It was just like ridiculously overbooked, right? So I ended up going to like 10 concerts instead of 12 or something. But I mean, that's different, right? This is. It's easy to say, I wish I wouldn't have gone to that show, the Tangent Gallery. I wish I wouldn't have. Well, now the Aphrodite show was fun. But I mean, it's. Even so, like, even if I wouldn't have gone to either of them, I still would be short. You know? It's just the truth of it. This event is outside of my income range. There's no other way to kind of put around it, right? So, but I mean, I haven't, like I say, I haven't had to give up yet. So I'm kind of convinced I shouldn't have to. But, you know, if you try enough number of times, you will fail eventually. I'm nowhere near infinite, but it's an inevitability, right? I don't know. Like I say, I don't think there's another, like, I gotta try again. So that's that. That outcome was like, I should not have expected anything different. Like, I want to go out tomorrow. If I go out tomorrow, I shouldn't expect anything different either. It's just, you gotta try it, right? It's low probability. I know that. Anyways, almost home. The other thing I might want to look at, and I've never used one of these before, and I'm going to be very skeptical. I know how these things work, is maybe trying to go for one of those loans. But I mean, I know how these operations work, right? See, if it was a credit card, you can take money out of your credit card, and as long as you pay it back before a certain date, you're not paying interest, right? I don't know if like a money mart works on the same principle. I don't think it does, right? I have a math degree. I know how to. I'm not going to get tricked, but it's certainly it's certainly an avenue to look at as well, right? Because if there is an organization like that, well, I should be able to do that, right? because I know I have cash coming on a specific day. And if I can get around that, right? But like I said, I'm not, like I said, I don't think that's, is that over the 5 there again? The blue wrappers. It's, I don't think that's how these things work, so. I don't think that's an option, but I can look into it. Or I can find one. Maybe I can find a credit union that does that or something. I don't know. Well, only $300. If I just, is June one of the days, one of the months that or is it July? What did I get? It's 1/4, no, it's not till July. Okay. If I get it at all, I haven't got anything in the mail yet. I should. Better. Like I say, I usually figure something out. It's just this is such a large sum that it's going to be hard to. If I'm going to eventually admit defeat, this is something to be okay about being defeated by, right? Because it's such a big sum. Or maybe I'll get home and somebody's bought my discography, and there's the problem solved right there. Wouldn't that be nice? Ugh. But I think the writing is on the wall. I need to. If I was going to get close to what I want, I need like 150 CDs. I'm going to sell 150 CDs. I'm not, right? So even if I do end up trying to throw a couple away, it can only work in conjunction, right? So it's got to be like, and I may end up doing it one day at a time, even, right? If I can fluke out and pull in, $20, $30 tomorrow. Is there also a potential of, there is, but it's super tight, because like these are going to be all nights. Like all of them are all night. It's like I'm going to be taking the bus home in the morning 4 days in a row. But I mean, even if I can just get to the first two, if the rain's bad on Saturday, Anyways, I think that's enough talking. I just gotta figure this out. One way or the other. Figuring it out might mean giving up. We'll see. See, for today it doesn't make sense to go back out, but if I do this tomorrow, I come home around noon, I recharge, be back up tomorrow afternoon. It seems like after 4 is not a good time. But I don't know, maybe later at night is better, I don't know. Did I go at the worst time of day? I might have gone at the worst time of day, right? That's check the weather, but I think I'm back out tomorrow. I think so. Right now I'm gonna take a shower because I had to smoke. And I may even go to sleep. I don't know, we'll see. Now they're saying it's gonna rain all day tomorrow, and all day Thursday, and all day Friday. The days I wanted to be out on. So it's gonna rain the whole weekend. I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt because they're always wrong, anyways, right? But I'll keep an eye on that. I mean, I don't want to. See, now I want to wait till. Because I don't want to sell shit if I'm not going. And it's gonna be cold too. I bet I don't want to go at all. How about that, huh? I think the one night I wanted to go was probably Saturday. But even so, it's like. Sorry, not Saturday, but Friday. Even so, it's like. If it's gonna be rainy and cold all weekend, maybe I don't want to go. I'm just gonna take a shower. I don't know. My stomach ache is. It's almost like a. It's almost like a disappointed stomach ache. But I know better. I shouldn't be disappointed. I should have expected that. Rarg. All right. What do you do? I don't know. I might. I didn't really sleep this morning. Let me just hop in the shower and I'll see what I feel like after. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I'm actually gonna go back out tonight. I'm hoping it's done charging soon. It's been going for a while now. And it makes sense to think I'll get better luck. When people are coming out of the bars or what, then like between 4 and 8. It was probably the worst time of the night. I think I want to move more up towards the strip of where the bars are. It's a Tuesday, but if I can get close, like I don't even have to get close. If I can just get a head start, then I can start looking at the CDs and stuff because it does look like it's gonna rain all day tomorrow, and it does look like it's gonna rain all day Thursday, right? So if I'm able to sneak out, I won't go to I won't sell CDs tomorrow. If I'm able to sneak out on Thursday morning, maybe to sell a couple, see what I got there. Maybe I can try to sell the DVD, and etc. It's gonna depend on what I can do tonight, right? Of course, if the weather clears up tomorrow, great. I shouldn't plan around that though. My best chance is tonight, so that's what I'm gonna do. I got a nice sweater. It's gonna be chilly, and let's hope it's done charging and I can go soon. This is again. This is sitting aside and playing guitar. Like I can do worse things with my time, right? No, really, I can't. So I'm not. I understand that this is low probability, but I'm hoping it works. Things like this usually work out for me eventually. I'll have to try it and see. Okay, I'm on my way out. It's 20 to 11. If I can get there for around 11, I should hopefully be there till like 2:30, close to 3 o'clock. Right? Catch the drunks on the way home. It's a Tuesday, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Right? Like I said, if I can get $20, $30, that's a good chunk of the way there. When I get $40, $50, I'm actually almost there for Thursday, right? And then we can reevaluate on Saturday. I guess that's how that'll work. Yeah. Or it might be for Friday. I'm sorry, Thursday reevaluate, or it might just be for Friday. I don't know. Or I could walk out with nothing, and who knows how the rest of the weekend goes, if at all. We'll find out. But I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the sweater. There's no reason to be cold tonight, like some of the other nights. It's just there's no reason for it on this night. So I made sure I wore a sweater. Again, I'll have to check the weather when I come back. If tonight goes alright, or if it doesn't go well at all, there's a chance I could go home, charge, and be back in the morning. Right? We'll see. Yeah, it's like I gotta. There's gotta be something tonight, or it's a waste of time, right? We'll see. So it's 1 o'clock. I got a total of 1/4, 25 cents, and I'm bringing myself in before I put myself in danger. Here's the reality. I thought this would be a cool idea because I'd be just like jamming over techno beats, but the reality is that I'm lost in my own zone. I'm living in my own existence, and anybody walking by is gonna have no idea at all what I'm doing. They're just gonna be like, "What is that weirdo on a bench doing?" So, it's not. There's no way anybody could possibly engage with it. It's completely abstract, completely inside of my own head. And that's all really all there is to it. So there's really no kind of way forward with that. So I'm just gonna get myself home before I put myself into some trouble, and that's that. So I was thinking on the way home. Maybe I should stay in this weekend after all. I'll make a decision on Thursday. If it looks like it's gonna be crappy weather, Friday. If I'm gonna go anywhere, I should plan around Friday, I think. But I'll make that choice tomorrow. We'll see. I'll try not tomorrow, but Thursday morning, and we'll see. It's just, it's not. I'd have to sell off my CDs, and maybe I'm better off kind of maybe detoxing for the weekend. Actually, maybe that's a better idea. That's what I was thinking. There are other things that might happen. There are other obscure paths. We'll see what happens. But I think I've more or less decided that I'm actually intending on staying in this weekend, depending on likely circumstances. Yeah. Okay. I actually need to take a shower this time, and I'm probably actually just gonna get into bed. I bumped into somebody on the way when I was outside. I bumped into someone. So I'm actually feeling like it's time for a good rest.